Hi, everybody. Rosie here, back with you for our very next episode of our Rose Legacy family. And today, as I promised and mentioned in the last video, we are actually going to be working on the Mueller family. The Mueller family are going to be neighbors and good friends to the Rosie Arcade family. So that's what we're working on. I didn't do all of the outfitting and stuff on camera here because honestly, they've got 5 kids, so it's a 7-family household and a horse. So it took me actually quite a while. In some ways, with the Muellers and the arcades, it's easier to outfit them because they have to rewear a lot of the same outfits simply because they didn't have a lot back in the day. So they had to rewear their clothes. Usually, honestly, they would have like 1 or 2 sets of clothes if they were lucky. So some of them got repeated, but it was difficult in other ways because I want to try and be so careful about exactly what they're wearing that it would look like back in the time frame that they come from. So I did my best. It was hard. So I just want to run through the Muellers. This is Augustus Mueller, obviously the head of the household. He has the Loves Outdoors trait. He's a rancher and he's a bro. I imagine him being kind of boisterous. He's the head of the family. Honestly, he reminds me a little bit in my mind, if you guys are at all familiar with the story of the Donner family, the pioneer families. He's a pioneer dad, a big guy with a big beard, a hearty laugh, and just an all-around good old guy. And of course, his aspiration, is successful lineage. So we try to give them all things that are going to help them in their outdoor world. I put the bro in there to sort of emphasize his boisterous nature, clearly, as he just demonstrated. I'll run through his clothes. Again, they have some different outfits in here. I did take a little bit of liberty because I didn't want it to be like too boring or unappealing to the eye, but yeah, he does have some different ones, although again, back in the day, honestly, he probably would have had 1 or 2 outfits and that's it, but he has a little bit of different ones. So I try to keep the clothing, what I do have for them, very simple colors, earth tones, and very just plain, because all their clothes back in this time were homespun and earth tone colors. Didn't have a lot of dye either. If they did have dye, it was probably very difficult to come by. This is, Augustus's wife, Katarina. She is the lady of the house. It's her regular everyday wear, formal wear, athletic wear, although honestly she probably would have done just about everything in the dress again, but just to give a little variety. Simple nightgown. I did give her also the brooch because I thought that's cool. It's definitely back in the day. Here again, she's wearing the same outfits, but a little bit of variety. And cold weather. So, yep. And their oldest child is a daughter named Margareta. All of these are all German names, by the way. Also, I put German music in the background for you because I thought it would be fun for this, and it fits. But yes, this is Margareta. She is the oldest and the teen. This is her everyday outfit. Formal. That's so pretty. I actually really love that dress. Athletic. I know that doesn't look very athletic, but again, simple clothes, earth tones. Bedtime clothes. She wears this dress again for parties because it's her nice dress that she loves. If she swam, hot weather. And again, this probably would have been totally inappropriate back in the day, but I had to do something for her hot. And then her cold weather outfit. Okay, the next child is going to be the little girl. This is Greta Mueller. I imagine her as she's a creative soul. She's very almost fae-like, just light and sweet. The lightest hair of the bunch, and just wants to play and have fun and be sweet and love people. Same formal, athletic wear. She probably wouldn't be wearing pants, but I couldn't really find anything more appropriate for her, honestly, and I wanted her to have a little color. Her sleeping nightgown, party wear. She wears the same dress. Swimwear, I guess permitted when she's going to jump into the water, and get wet anyway. I guess her mom would prepare her to wear her brother's shorts. Hot weather, Love to get those suspenders in there. And her cold weather outfit. Definitely has some tights. Okay, next child is the youngest daughter. They have 3 daughters. This is obviously the littlest. I think Elizabeth is so freaking adorable. Oh my goodness. Yep, this is the baby of the family, Elizabeth. And she has the charmer aspiration, or excuse me, charmer trait, because of course she is just so stinking cute. Yeah, the same outfit here. I just put some braids on her because that can be very German too. Little sleep outfit. Again, I could have put something more plain on her, but I just thought this was really cute. Gave her a little color with the butterfly wings. And of course her party, swimwear. That's a little fun. But hot weather, the little pumpkins I thought was so stinking cute. I had to have a little bit of fun with the baby, right? And then the cold weather, she's wearing a regular outfit. You know, I just realized I didn't give her a hat. Let me give her a little hat here, just because we don't want the baby to get cold. Let's see. No, I think that that fits better. All right, Elizabeth the baby. Okay, and then we have the 2 sons. These guys are twins. This is Heinrich, which would be Henry in English. Mueller. He is the whiz kid. I think of him, genius. I think of him as the very thoughtful one, the thoughtful, sensitive brother. He and his twin brother are very different, but yeah, this is his regular outfit. This is his formal, some suspenders. Yeah, athletic, sleepwear, party, puts the suspenders back on, swimwear, because, you know, honestly, they would just jump in with whatever they had on. Hot weather and cold weather. Guys, let me know in the comments and suggestions how I'm doing with the outfitting. I'm trying my best to keep this as true to what it would be as possible, and still make them look cute. So let me know in the comments what you think, how you think I'm doing. Okay, this is the other twin brother. We have Heinrich or Henry, and then this is his twin brother Friedrich Mueller. And he is very different from his brother. As I said, he is all about being active, rambunctious, and just loving life. So there's his regular outfit, formal, suspenders and a cute little bow tie. Yeah, just a fun sleepwear, party, swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather. Yep, so twins, very different though in personality. So yeah, the hair is a little bit different too. Okay, so this is it. This is the Mueller family. Needed to introduce you. Also in this video, we are going to go ahead, as I said, and I don't usually do this, so this takes a little bit of bravery for me as this is loading up. We're actually going to build the Mueller homestead, and because I want these guys to be a little bit further ahead in terms of the homestead and where they're at in life, maybe they've been in America a little bit longer, I'm going to kind of give them the works in terms of like all their outdoor equipment, their barn, that kind of stuff. So we're going to do that. Ironically, they have a smaller lot than the Rosie Arcade family does, but that's okay. I'll make it work, right? So back here, we're going to put our, I'm just for the sake of space, I'm going to have to put it like back there against the frame. Okay, so that'll be the cow goat shed. They're going to have a chicken coop. Hopefully I will have enough because I want them to have a decent homestead. But yeah, chicken coop. They're going to have the works on their farm. Also, I feel like this will give us a good place to aspire for the arcade family. You know, this is where they're going to be working towards in their life. So yeah, we'll have that. We're going to, they're going to have cows, chickens. They're going to have horses too. That's the water. Where's the feed bin? I do not, honestly, guys, consider myself to be much of a builder, although I am practicing. I'm trying really hard to get better at it. Give the horse a bed. Okay. But, always about the learning, right? Learning and seeing what we can do. Yeah, dang, I almost kind of wish now that I'd given them a bigger lot. Well, we got to put the growing fields over here because they're farmers, right? There. Okay. All right. There's the fields. We're gonna do this little barn. Goodness, yeah, I need light. But they have a little area in here, I think. And then on the top, it would be sort of a loft, sort of barn. Okay. So on the outside of the barn, yeah, because we're doing so much with them, I am not going to be worrying as much about money. Let's get cabin in the woods. It looks like a barn, right? Let's get the barn door, which I know we have one. Okay, so yeah, the horse can come in here to sleep, center's bed, and then he's got his food and water trough right there. So barn floor, this one should be easier. It doesn't necessarily have to match the outside. Yep. Walls, we're gonna make them like slabbies too. Let's see, just a plank, chipped vertical, rustic horizontal. We're gonna have to put some kind of lighting out here, which I'm not... You know, they'd be worried about fire, so... And for right now, we only have one horse. I think I'd like to add another one later, but yeah, for right now, I don't think we're gonna worry about that. Some kind of rustic lantern light, this would work. Yeah, let's put that there just so there's some kind of light in here that people can see by. They're big. And really, honestly, it's a barn, right? So we should have a ladder going up to the next floor. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so there's going to be our ladder going up to the hayloft. I'm going to size these down a little bit just because they're huge. Okay, and then moving up to the next floor of the barn. Oh gosh, guys, yeah, you're getting me raw and unfiltered on this one because of the build. Again, this is not my forte, but so it's definitely going to be basic. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, neat. I'm gonna put this outside the barn. That is so freaking cool. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna do that. This is so much fun. I love finding the different swatches and seeing how much you can do. I like this German music in the background. So yeah, that's just that floor filled with hay. They wouldn't be up here anyway, but I'll pop a few hay bales in just for the sake of appearance. And actually, this upper floor, or both of these two, I want to put a little window. Because they would have one, right? Let's see, what kind of cute little window? That sounds like the song from Charlotte's Web. It's common where it really counts. Now here, I don't want to get myself copyrighted, but that's what that song sounds like to me. Okay, let's look for a barn window. Okay, these are kind of cute. They're a little small, but actually, honestly, for this part, that's probably what it would be. Okay, you know, it's a simple barn, but it's there. The horse can get in. I'm gonna pull this in back here. And maybe later on, we'll add some more decor to it to make it so the kids could play paddock fencing. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. Look, I could actually put this up on this side. Huh. I could do that technically for the front of the barn. But if we do that, it just for funsies. What does that do? Does that... yeah, that doesn't look right, does it? So let's undo that. But it's kind of cool, like inside. You know what I'm going to do? Let's go down to the bottom floor of the barn. And because we have that cool paneling, I wasn't going to do this, but let's put some little, they're going to be kind of like stalls. Hopefully they can still use the bed if we do this. But I'm going to try to divide the room in the bottom floor of the barn into two. Just because I want to get those paddocks in there. I think that would be really cool. That's awful. Alright, well, you know what? It is what it is right now. I will try to go back in later and make this look better. But for right now, yeah, it's just going to be what it is. This needs to be bigger. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. For right now, there's the barn, there's the chicken coop, and the cow pen. Here's our fields where he's going to grow, and I might put in some more of those later, but we need to build their house, and we don't have a lot of space to do that. I really should have made this a bigger lot. Now you guys understand why I pulled a church off of the gallery, because I'm not so good at this, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so this is going to be the house. Put it right in the middle of the homestead here, with the fields on the sides. In fact, what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll put the fields on both sides. I'm going to make that a small, like a thinner patch of farming, and then I'll put the fields on either side of the house. All right, let's get a door. Wow. Let's see. Binding for a winter door. That's an okay color. We could do that. It's not winter, clearly. But yeah, that's that. You know, I don't know. Maybe I don't like that. Never mind. Let's put just the regular old slab door, you know. Oh, wait, that's right. Remember, we learned the door was off to the side because they came right into the kitchen. So it's going to look similar to the Mueller's house, but not exactly. Hearth, fireplace, where they would be doing the cooking. So there's that. And then around the hearth, we're going to do those bricks. There. So that is the area around the fire pit. And you know, something occurred to me the other day about even the arcade build. They wouldn't have a bathroom in the house. So I'm actually going to it'll just be a 2-room cabin. And I'm going to do an outhouse for them. We're going to make an outhouse. Well, okay, so that's the open kitchen area. Maybe it's going to be a 3-room house. It could be, because I'd like to have a bedroom for the kids and the parents. Let's put this back here. Shoot, I'm gonna have to move this brickery, but that's okay. It can just be back here towards this area. Building is hard, guys. I know that people do it, like you know, James Turner and Little Simsy. They're all amazing at this, and I'm just not. So, yeah, they're gonna have to have 3 chairs per side. They have 7 people in their house, and they've got a baby. So I might put the baby's high chair back in the corner, to be honest with you, because, yeah, there's just not a lot of space. And it's a big family. Okay, yeah, there's... Alright, well, that's the basics. Let me get some beds in here. I will do the decorating probably off camera so you guys can see that, but yeah, let's go do bedrooms. Just get some very basic beds for these guys. So two of the kids, maybe the twins, would sleep on these outside, and then the 2 girls would sleep together in the middle. All right, we'll do that. That actually saves up quite a bit of space too. We need to build windows for a house. It doesn't have any windows. Let's see, I don't remember quite what we used on the other build, but those look shoji windows. I don't know. Rustic, but big. Is that okay? That's a little better, actually. I kind of like that. Then there'll be 2 windows there in the front and the door on the side. And we'll put 3 on the side. Oops. We'll fix that. There. Okay. Yeah, I'm not done the roof yet. I will at some point do the roof, but okay. So we put the fireplace back here, so I don't know. See, now I kind of want to do the roof because I want to have the chimney coming out. So I guess for right now, we'll just go ahead and put a very basic roof on here. I want to do a chimney. I really want to do it. Why is it roof sculptures? Why is it pulling up all this stuff? Okay. All right. Basic. See if we can find a basic brick chimney. For the back there, for the fire, double stack chimney. Because that's where it's coming from, right? Okay. All right. Well, I guess fortunately for me, the cabins and stuff were very simple when they first came into the country, so I don't, I don't have to make it elaborate, but I don't want it to look boring either. Okay, so that's the homestead. Let's see, we're gonna raise the whole house a little bit because I do want that to put a foundation on there of stone. Not too high. It looks a little high. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is too high. Let's go down a little bit. Wait. Raise platform. What's going on? Yeah, I'm here. Let's just undo. I did that too much. That platform is way too high. Yeah. Is that... Okay, I think that's about right. All right, now raise this platform. Okay. Maybe one more? Raise platform? Okay, there we go. Is that even? Yeah, it is. Okay, I think. Here, where's that lower platform? Lower it down one more. Okay, then we can get some stairs going up to the front. Just some very simple stairs. Yeah, it doesn't need to be anything fast and special because, again, simple stuff. Let's see. Simple craftsman, stairs. About the plainest that we can go. There, timber logs. There we go. Not entirely certain about our chimney either. It's in the right place, but I don't... Oh, a barn turret! They actually have a barn turret specifically. Okay, well then... Alright, I had no idea they even had one of those, so... There, okay. It actually almost makes it look like, It almost makes it look like a church, in a way. Gosh. Alright, well anyway. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to test this all out and see if it's actually usable. Wow. Is this backwards? Oh, I knew something was wrong. I couldn't see the fire in it. And that couldn't have been right. A basic homestead. We're gonna get some crops and stuff out front here too. We're gonna have the lady plant some stuff. Let's just say that they completely cleared the land because otherwise it's not going to make any sense. Maybe we can do just a little bit of a deck out here. That would be interesting. No, I don't... Oh, square... Here, what is this? Square deck. Yeah, let's give them a little deck. I think that would be fitting. Yeah, make it like that. Oh, maybe a little bit shorter. Here, let's do it out the front, and then I think I'm just gonna remove the railing. This will be cool, and then later on, they can actually put like little rocking chairs and stuff out here. But I don't understand why it's white. That's bothering me. Yeah, building I'm not great. I am good at decorating. I have a very eclectic style of decoration, I think. Alright, finally got to the place where we're doing our debug fencing here, so we're just going to place that along the edges. And of course we'll have to move things around a little bit with the well and everything here, but we'll get it in. And then a lot of the debug decor I will do off camera, but I wanted to show you what the plan is here that we're working towards. We're getting there, actually. It's taking a little bit. but we are getting the Mueller homestead set up. I'm almost done here, guys. We've got I mean, obviously we need to buy the chickens and the cow and put the horse in there, and then everybody can claim their beds. Okay, so we've got a lot of that. Let's go take a quick look at the homestead thus far. So we've got the house with the entrance over here on the left so that it goes right into the kitchen. We've got the crops on both sides going there where they're going to plant. We've got the cow and sheep pen, animal shed. And let me go up one more. And we've got the barn that looks like a church. This is pretty much it. I showed you what I tried to build. I built everything in here except for this little outhouse. I could not figure out how to make my outhouse work, so this I downloaded from the gallery because they were going to need one. And it saved me some space inside. But we've got the Mueller's crops here. I put a little bunny in there. You can see I've got some debug items for decoration. There's a little water pump. This is our cow pen, which we've got back here with the little milk crate there. And I know I'm not a great builder, guys, but I did my best. But this at the moment is our barn. Yeah. And I promise to work on this and get better at the building. But yep, you come in the barn doors here. The horse has a place to sleep in the middle. The feed thing is over here, and the water bin is very basic. Got a stool in there and some light. And then, of course, we have the ladder going up to, that should not be there. The ladder going up to the hay bale, hay loft. And I didn't even bother to put a ladder up, but obviously we've got the top part there with the little top. What I probably should do is just take down this level completely and just move this down, which I might do. But here's our little house, the homestead at the chimney. There's the woodworking table because they're definitely going to need that. All right, inside the house, when you first walk in, whoops. Okay, you come into the kitchen area as per usual. And we got some fun decorations sitting in here. Lots of cross stitch and knitting things for the girls because that's going to be a big thing for them. And the keg, of course. We have the high chair and the toilet potty for the baby. And baby items. We've got their wood stove because they have that established in here. And the hearth, which I did a little bit of hearth decorating here with the wood and utensils and fireplace pokers and some baking supplies because, again, she would be doing her cooking here. And decor. Okay, and there's 2 bedrooms. There's the main living area with the kitchen. So it's actually a 3-bedroom. And then we've got our Muellers, the husband and wife. They have their bedroom here. Again, very simple. There's a journal here, some bedsteads, and some different things. I wanted to take you guys through the whole process, but honestly, it just takes so long that I didn't want to have like an 8-hour video. But I wanted to show you how it decorated things. Yes, I did build it, and no, it's not perfect, but this is the kids' bedroom. There's 5 kids, so the baby, for now, because I didn't have space for anything else, she's going to sleep over here in the little play carrier. And then we have the 2 girls, the teen and the little girl. They're going to sleep here in the double bed in the middle. They often shared beds back then. And then the twin boys have their beds on either side here with a toy box, some paper crafts, and of course some toys and things, and a bookshelf. So, and there's a fluffy carpet under the table, and you know, just some fun little things to make it homey. And you know, I did a lot of decorating and things outside here, just to make it homey. And the crops are up and fully functioning. Yep, I didn't plant anything here. That'll give them some space to plant. We have our chicken coop back in the corner here, which are adorable. That'll be up and running. The little gate and a rose bush. And this is an alchemist table. I thought maybe they could do that on the side as well. Oh, I love this wagon, by the way. I found in debug. I thought that was so perfect. So, yeah, I wish we had a little more space. It's a little bit cramped. And our gateway, I found the gateway as well in our debug. So this is the Mueller's farmstead. It is going to grow. Of course, there's a lot of things that I could do here in terms of decoration, but I didn't want to clutter it up any more than it already is. But this is going to be our Muellers, and they have a thriving farmstead. And in some ways, this is going to be what the Rosie Arcade family is building towards. So I do hope you enjoyed this. This was a build video. It's my first build video, and I can't even remember how long. Show me some grace as far as building goes, because I'm not a good builder, but I had fun decorating it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So this is the Muellers. Next episode, we are definitely, absolutely going to be getting back into some gameplay, because we've had 2 episodes here where I was touring, giving you a tour of some upgrades and decor, and now we showed you the Muellers and built their farmstead. So we've done a lot of that stuff. Next episode, we're absolutely getting into gameplay, and maybe we'll check out the community lot at the church over there and see if that works. Thank you guys for joining me today. Please do remember to, if you enjoyed the video, to like and subscribe, and any suggestions and comments, I would love to hear them. Please put those in the comments below. Thank you guys. Bye bye.